a long time since our region has been consistently an economic development leader. And yet for several years running, the Pittsburgh region is ranked in the top 10 for business deals by Site Selection magazine. Last year, the region ranked third, ahead of regions much larger than ours. And one of the big drivers of the region's recent success is Washington County, Pennsylvania, which has been creating jobs and attracting people thanks in large part to the growing natural gas industry. And the county south of Pittsburgh has begun to turn up on a number of national rankings itself. Larry Maggi is Washington County Commissioner, and Jeff Kotula is President of the Washington County Chamber of Commerce. Welcome. Good to see both of you.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, congratulations. I mean, you've been around a long time, Larry. It wasn't always like this, huh?
No, it hasn't been. I mean, it's just a good time for the region and for Washington County. As you said, we're getting a lot of accolades. We're excited. We were just named as the third fastest growing county for creating jobs, and we're excited about that, bringing people in. Our census showed that this 2010 we had an increase in population, so a lot of good things going on down there. We're excited working with the private sector, government and the private sector, to make things happen.
Yeah, really. I think on population trends, Washington and Butler are the two we know for sure are growing. It looks like other counties are starting to turn the corner, but you all are really, from a population standpoint, kind of reversing a trend that's been in place since the Second World War. What's going on down there, Jeff, that's really made a difference?
Well, there's several factors, I think, going on. The first, of course, is the impact of the Marcellus Shale and natural gas and the energy industry as a whole in Washington County. You know, we have new companies, new people moving in each day to the county. That's been wonderful for us. We have a lot of tourism assets such as the Meadows. Our manufacturing sector has been doing very well, primarily because they've diversified a lot. And now we have a lot of smaller, more nimble manufacturers within the county. And to the Commissioner's point, I think we have a great public-private partnership in Washington County that helps keep taxes low and also helps to maintain that there's a strong business voice in county government.
That's great, and obviously attracted attention. A lot of this really probably owes its roots, other than the natural gas, which has been there for hundreds of millions of years. We just figured out how to get to it. But a lot of the vision around the South Point development on I-79 in kind of the northern part of the county. I mean, has that really been critical in sort of laying the groundwork for what's happening in Washington County today?
Absolutely, absolutely. That South Point, and we have South Point 2, and we have some other areas around there to be developed, is been the focal point. It's close to the airport, it's close to downtown Pittsburgh, it's a lot of green space, and it's just been an attractive site. The one thing that we have in Washington County that's really important, we have that country charm. And when you come down there's not a lot of traffic, although we're getting more, but we have a lot of green space, and it's just a good place to be. And the other thing is, what Jeff had mentioned a little bit, we have one of the lowest tax rates in southwestern Pennsylvania. So that attracts a lot of people because that's important to people.
Sure, well, you've managed to maintain that despite the growth and the additional services you have to provide. When you get a growing population and growing business activity, that tends to drive the costs up as well.
That's right, that's right. It is, and it's been something that we worked at to do that, and we do work with the private sector and work together, elected officials, the private sector, and I think that's one of the reasons we're so successful down there. It's not who takes credit for what's going on. We work together to try to make sure Washington County is a good place to be.
You talk about South Point 2 under development. And Jeff, are you seeing what I hear from some of the other counties around the region, even the ones that aren't growing as fast as Washington County, is a real squeeze on availability of business sites right now?
Yeah, we're starting to notice that South Point 2 is pretty much filled up for all intents and purposes. And I think the next step for us in Washington County is to try and identify some new sites, get those up and running, get the infrastructure in, and get them moving. We have a great opportunity now with the Cool Valley project. This is right across from South Point and South Point 2, and we're going to start moving quickly on that just to keep our momentum going.
Now, the state dollars aren't as available as they used to be for that kind of business site investment, are they?
That's correct, but again, to complement our county commissioners, the county each year receives some monies from the gross terminal revenues of the Meadows that we have through our local share gaming act. And the commissioners have been very good about directing those dollars back into infrastructure and helping to leverage those dollars as well. In fact, in the past 5 years, I think, Commissioner, we had about $46 million in local gaming money We've managed to leverage that with an additional $200 million in additional state, local, federal funds. So in the past 5 years, we've dumped about $250 million additional dollars into the county economy.
Wow. I mean, you think about the Meadows as kind of a hospitality driver. It's part of what the visitor business, but how it can help to support economic development as well. If you do it right, it can all work together.
Absolutely. And we have other amenity there. So we got a minor league baseball team with the Wild Things. We have some great parks. We have some great restaurants. We have the Tanger Outlet shopping centers right across from our gaming facility. And when you come down to Washington County for tourism, you get the whole package there. And we've been working with our tourism office to make sure that we're an attractive place to visit, because some people want to come gamble, some will want to come and go to the outlets, some want to just enjoy our parks. So we're very proud of that.
And you hope some are going to want to invest in a business too.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
Well, congratulations. It's a great success story. #3 in the U.S. among counties in terms of growth. Quite a turnaround, and kind of representative of what's happening all across our region these days. It's really exciting. Commissioner Maggi and Jeff Kotula, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Next up, from the oldest human settlement in North America to the Meadows Casino, why Washington County has attractions for pretty much any taste. Stay with us.